First National Vice President, Professor Kingsley Oboy. Man of God. You don't want to shake me. If you talk, I will draw it. Now, the first among equals, the National President of the Institute, Town Planner Chime Andrew Obwenna. Well, before I retire, or before we retire, we want to take photograph with the elected officers. Mr. President, you come to the center. You will have to create space for us. Now, the president will come up and do his acceptance speech. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Is this yours?
David. 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 Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Okay.
Hello. 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 The first national vice president of the institute, town planner Professor Kingsley Oboy. The second national vice president of the institute, town planner Garuba Jibril. Chairman of the electoral committee, past presidents of the institute, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to use this opportunity to thank God the Almighty, who makes all things possible, who has actually made it possible for us to rejoice this night over a successful conduct of the election into the national offices of our great body.
Hello, Tamplana Garuba, Ibeka, Emma, please respect your offices and get up there. Your president is talking. Please, Tamplana Garuba.
Please, let me start all over. Please, can we keep quiet and take the message? Can we please keep quiet and take the message? The first national vice president of our great institute, town planner Professor Chijioke Oboy. The second national vice president, town planner Garuba Jibril. The chairman electoral committee, past president of the institute, distinguished colleagues. I want to thank God for this opportunity provided for all of us just elected to serve the institute at this level. I want to thank him for guiding the electoral committee towards performing this wonderful job we are rejoicing over. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank my predecessors in office, all the past presidents of the institute, from 1966 to date, especially my immediate predecessor in office, town planner Nathaniel Atebije. I want to assure this assembly that we are elected to do good. We are elected to serve you with humility. We are elected to follow procedures in the service of members of the institute. In getting this done, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to build on the successes already achieved by previous leaders. And we are also going to move forward to break new grounds in the interest of the profession. Breaking these new grounds will include the promise I made in 2020 when you elected me as second national vice president of the institute. If we recall, I did promise that for the trust you have placed on me, that at the appropriate time, and this time is the appropriate time, yes, that I'm going to work towards full implementation of the Nigerian Urban and Regional Planning Law. And I want to inform you and assure you that in getting this done, we're going to leave no stone unturned. If we recall the contribution of the lawyer who was here yesterday, he said the problem of the law is not the content. It is what? Implementation. Right? And to get this done, we are going to do the best we can using the appropriate authorities in the country. In this case, the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. We are going to push. We shall not fight. We are going to argue. We are going to persuade. But the aim of all this is to have the law implemented. Why do we want to do this? A great number of town planners, especially the younger ones, they don't have a place they can call as their workplace. And they don't have a place they can call as their own, not because provisions have not been made, but because we are not willing to implement the law as promulgated. So, the only condition to ensure that young town planners have jobs for themselves, and even the older ones have consultancy services to perform, is guaranteed in the implementation of the 1992 Urban and Regional Planning Law. Let me give you an example. I'm from Enugu State. In Enugu State, we have 56 town planning authorities, right? By the provision of 1992 Urban and Regional Planning Law, at the state level, there's supposed to be State Urban and Regional Planning Board. Isn't that right? In that board, who are going to constitute the board? By the provision of the law, the chairman of that board is going to be who? A town planner. The executive secretary of that board is going to be who? A town planner. You're also going to have a town planner that will represent the private sector in the board. How many altogether? 3, right? Then in the various departments within the board, you're also going to have town planners, at least 2 more, bringing 5 town planners all together at the state planning board. If you multiply 5 by 37 chapters of the institute, who are going to be employed at the board at state level, how many town planners are employed? Just multiply it out and you know what it means. At the local government level where we have town planning authorities, the same is repeated. And like I said, in my state, we have 56 town planning authorities. So if in each town planning authority, you have 5 town planners employed, multiply 5 by 56 and check what it will give to you. Is a very high number. And the implication is that by the implementation of that section of the law, no town planner will be unemployed in Enugu State. By the implication of that section, no town planner will be unemployed in Kano State. No town planner will be unemployed in Bayelsa State. No town planner will be unemployed in Ogun State. If we get that done, have we not solved the problem? I and my team will work towards getting this done. Right? Yes. Remember again, as we were discussing yesterday, by the panel of our panelists, we were talking about low intake of town planners in higher institutions, in urban and regional planning departments. This body you see, we're going to meet tomorrow. But when you look at the caliber of people elected, I want to assure you that most of the problems we have today will give way to progress. What do we do in that case? It was in recent time that universities and polytechnics started making geography compulsory for anybody who wants to study urban and regional planning. During our days, I didn't study geography at the secondary school level. I studied economics. And economics is a good alternative to geography. We all know, Prof. Basharu will tell us, that presently in this country, we no longer have geography teachers. And if you don't have geography teachers, would you have geography students? No. No is the answer. So we are going to work towards ensuring that economics becomes an alternative, as it becomes an alternative to geography for anybody who wants to study urban and regional planning. By the time we do this, for the 2 years in front, nobody will talk about low intake of students into urban and regional planning departments. This, we can assure you, we are going to achieve. We are going to do. Then remember again that within this profession, we've been having problems among ourselves, right? There have been a lingering problem between the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners and Town Planners Registration Council of Nigeria. Are we not all aware? See, when you fight yourself, the end is known, the result is known. If you fight yourself, you are already a failure. Shall we continue to be failures? No. How do we get that done? We shall stop fighting ourselves. Like some of us do. I served over 15 years in Toprec. I served about the same period in NITP, right? And if we don't work together, other people will come and do what? And work for us. When strangers work for you, the product is what? Failure. Because it's only somebody you know that can work for you effectively in line with the provisions of the law. But when you bring in strangers to resolve your issues, you have embedded yourself further into the issue. So we are going to work towards having a smooth flow of discussions, of ideas between NITP and what? Toprec, right? Then, gentlemen and ladies, one of the greatest problems of the institute is in our revenue collection. The immediate past president hammered on that. Previously, it had always been hammered upon. We are going to introduce what some other professionals are already doing, and that is the practice license. Practice what? License. Yes. When you get this done, the issue of somebody getting promotion in his office as a civil servant without having obtained his private practice license for that year will be a thing of the past. The issue of a consultant getting a job, submitting a finished job to the Ministry or Town Planning Authority will also be a thing.
You'll try and round off.
Yes, will also be a thing of the past. Because before your job can be accepted by any ministry, any Town Planning Authority, you must have shown that you have paid for your practice license for that year. Having said so, ladies and gentlemen, because the day is fast spent, and of course, we know that today is not a speech-making day. The day of the investiture, I think, is a better day for speech-making. But the assurance I give to you, with all of us here, there will be greater success in urban and regional planning. God bless all of us. God bless all of us. Thank you.
Congratulations, Sainsbury. I should be the first to shake you. Okay. I say congratulations. That's official one. Baba and God.
Because the day is fast spent, ladies and gentlemen, I would want one of us to move a motion for adjournment. Motion for adjournment. Balogu, Town Planner from Lagos State. Yes? Balo. There is one job left undone. By our right is a very nice cake. We don't know what it is for. I would want to invite the cake designer to come forth and explain the purpose of the cake so that we can all appreciate it. The cake designer, I understand, is Town Planner Pamela Igweze. Has she gone? Okay. I want to invite the first and second national vice presidents to join me in cutting the cake. It would have been something all of us could have done, but the space is not there to contain us. Thank you. Thank you. Let me invite Town Planner Dr. Edi Wokeze to conduct the cutting of the cake, the first Assistant National Secretary.
Okay, National President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness the cutting of the cake. And on this cake is written, congratulations to the National President, Town Planner, Dr. Chime. So I would like the National President to please put his hand on the cake. Okay, the first and second National Vice President will also place their hands on top of that of the National President. That shows unity. I would like members of the NEC to please rise on their feet in support. Please, members of NEC, please just come and form a hedge around the presidency. This shows, or this showcases, that this ESCO is going to be united, and this ESCO will work in unity to move NITP forward. And so we will cut this cake as we mention NITP. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? So want to go, give me the N, give me the I, give me the T, and what is the NITP? Congratulations! Please give us a music of celebrations. Congratulations, National President and members of the NEC 2024 going forward. Congratulations, sir. God bless you. All right, please, can we have a lady help us to dissect this cake as we eat towards the celebration of tonight? Thank you and God bless you. Please cut the cake.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to congratulate the National President and his team for their resumption of office to lead our institute to greater heights. Having exhausted most of the items on the agenda, and we have spent so much time being here, I, Town Planner Muritala Adekunle Balogun, FNITP from Lagos State, hereby move the motion for adjournment of the National Annual General Meeting and International Conference till next year. In the name of God, I have moved.
Any seconder?
Greetings, the President, the first National Vice President, the second National Vice President, other protocols duly observed. I wish to formally second the motion for the International Annual General Meeting of NITP. I have a move a motion on seconding. Thank you. I support the motion. My name is Town Planner Emeka Nelson Ikenna. Thank you.
Closing prayers. Please, before the closing prayers, I want to inform members of NEC as elected, that we hold our first meeting with staff of the Institute tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. at Bridgewater Hotels. The meeting is going to be brief, but very, very important. I expect everybody to be there as early as possible. Thank you very much. Then I want to invite the chairman, Association of Women Town Planners of Nigeria, to lead us in the closing prayers. Chairman.
Our newly elected national president of NITP, the newly elected members of the National Executive Council, our indefatigable members of NITP, we give glory to Almighty God for a successful transition of the National Executive, the former National Executive Council to the new one. So we pray to Almighty Allah for his guidance, for his strength, for his wisdom, and to lead, for the national president to lead this great institute to a greater height. Well, we continue to pray for you, and may God continue to be with you and the executive members. So may God help us, and also may God lead you aright to the promised land. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.